Hey, all you zealots and zerglings, it's time for another 3 versus 3 with the MadHive. The map is Arakan Citadel, and I've spawned as the red zerg down here in the southeast corner. And with me are Spartan, the blue Protoss, and Mike, the teal Protoss. And we will be facing off here on the northwest side of the map. CloudyCloud, the orange zerg. Is that opposed to a sunny cloud or a non-cloudy cloud? Seems a bit redundant to me. And we've got Krussk, the purple Terran. And Proxyy, the yellow Protoss. Interesting. We got a Protoss that calls himself Proxyy. I guess I better start scouting my base for pylons now, because, you know, what else is a Protoss named Proxyy gonna do? But Proxyy. Now, this is Arakan Citadel, a map I don't like. I always seem to lose on this map. Yeah, I probably got some wins on there somewhere. I don't know, but it's just not a good map. And first of all, you've got these nice expansions here that are easy to, well, they're easy to defend, but they're difficult to take, especially early because of these darn rocks. So then where are we going to expand? Well, we can expand over here on my overlords here, but this is way out here, kind of cut off. If there's an attack coming through, where am I going? There's an attack coming through here, your base is kind of cut off, and if they come in through the back, then, well, that's pretty easy to do as well. So not good for expanding, and then you gotta just get out here in the middle of the map. And this base isn't too bad to take, get a nice watchtower, but, you know, air or drop play can do a ton of damage there. And we just got kind of these bases out here on the fringes, which again, really hard to defend. So I just don't like this map personally. Then again, a lot of the 3v3 maps are just quite a pain. The 4v4 maps usually are alright, but the 3v3s, someone just decided to make these things as annoying as possible to play on. It looks like I do have my pool up. I'm not sure what build I'm going right at this moment. And getting a 2-gate out here for Spartan. So going for some early units. Core yet. Mike he got a core going up. He does have his core going up. Getting out his first zealot, and I'm late on the gas. He's not going to be ready to start researching the warp gate by the time this is done. That's not a good thing. And CloudyCloud, just to heck with the rocks. We're just going to throw an inefficient expansion down here. Interesting thing is, I found out on this map that even if this hatchery is placed right here, the creep spreads all the way down here, making it impossible to take this base. So this is really this is going to put a bit of a damper on any of his buddies trying to expand here. It looks like I've decided to opt to do a base. I'm going to take this one kind of safe, a little far from my main, but I really did not want to take this base right now. That just did not appeal to me whatsoever. So as you can see now, we've only been away for a few seconds, and already the creep is encroached on both of these spots. There's no way for his buddies to expand here right now. I hope they don't mind him taking both of these expansions, because that's kind of how it's going to turn out. Looks like CloudyCloud's going to be scouting out here with his overlord. Although his counterpart, my overlord, is doing similar. They're just going to town on these rocks, because, you know, those are going to be done any hour now. Got a little bit of a wall off here for Krussk, kind of a weak wall. Those depots could go down pretty quick. Let me see what else he's up to here. Just another barracks. So not really. It doesn't seem like we have very many high-tech builds going just yet. But we got warp gate research almost finished for Proxyy, who does not yet appear to have any Proxy pylons out there. Oh, looks like I'm going to be taking that watchtower. Have any of these rocks gone? None of these rocks have gone. Now we got the queen and the extra. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely absurd. Who designed this map? We just got like half the armies just sitting here busting down all the rocks. It is absolutely ridiculous. Look at this. This creep is just getting all over this entire island. Looks like my expansion is finished, and I will be mining it at full efficiency. Ooh, we got Proxyy here taking one of those risky expansions. It's going to be hard for him to defend. A couple of gates at his front door. Work gate technology is finished. Ooh, wow. Wait, 3. He's on 5 gates now. I mean, you know he's expanding, but it might be a little bit premature. I don't think he's gonna get a full use out of these. He needs to turn these into warp gates. And what about Mike? His warp gate technology is almost done, but I'm almost certain that it was delayed quite significantly because he got his gas way too late. Getting up a forge and a robo. Getting a bit. Oh, yeah, you're doing a 2-gate robo. I guess that's okay on one base, but he may want to expand pretty soon, as everyone is, well, I guess everyone's not trying to expand. It looks like finally Spartan's going to be able to take an expansion, and we'll soon have these rocks down one of these years. They have finished off their rocks, and now we're going to begin the inefficient mining. You might get a little more efficiency on that gas, which that might not be too bad a thing right there. And this expansion is up, so we got kind of a random slattering of expansions going on right now. No real aggression right here. Yeah, Warlord's kind of spying around here. Looks like I'm getting my lair up. Does CloudyCloud have his lair's already done? And he's got double Evo on the way, Baneling speed on the way. Ooh, and a Nidus network. Ooh, it's gonna be popping some Banelings in someone's back door. And double upgrades, so if one of those Banelings get done, they're going to be doing a ton of damage. So we're going to have to be aware of that. Can't really see what Krussk is up to, just throwing down a lot of barracks. Double engineering bay, I don't know if that's heavy infantry, I don't know. I guess he's not the one that's going up against Banelings, although I do have a Baneling nest. And getting a spire down. I do like going mutilating. It's a good solid build. And it looks like I have finally spotted this Overlord. Getting that queen as close as possible so she can get as many shots off before that Overlord gets out of range. But it looks like he will get away. I'm gonna bring that queen back. It's gonna be time to inject. Get back here. Come on. Come on, we don't have all day, queen. It looks like she's going to be here a little short. So that's pretty good. I got her back, I think, in time. I could have hit that a little more spot on, but I'm not going to complain too much on that one. Oh, now we're going to throw up an efficient hatchery. Again, I hope his buddies did not mind that he basically just took over this entire island, especially since they committed a lot of resources just to knocking down the rocks for him. Whoa, just throwing up quite a few cannons here because that's what you do as Protoss. You just throw down cannons and they make everything all better. And yes, I'm being a bit facetious there. Looks like I finally started army production. Am I getting upgrades for my Zerglings? Just +1 armor. Getting a little high on the money, but that spire is, well, I guess that spire is done. So hopefully I have some Mutalisks on the way. Am I producing Mutalisks? No, that's not me. Yes, I am producing Mutalisks. But yeah, we did see the infestation pit coming here for CloudyCloud, so he's teching up and making a lot of Banelings. And is that +1 done? Yeah, the +1 is done, so these things do 39 damage to light, which I think will one-shot. Oh, no, won't quite one-shot a drone. Won't one-shot an SCV. And it won't one-shot a probe, but it will still do quite a bit of damage. Added a lot of Zerglings, and Krussk just going full Marines. He does have Stim, he does have Combat Shield. So apparently he's going under the theory that Marines are OP, and wow, 4 reactors. So he's just no tech. Well, here comes a factory finally, but just no tech at all. I think he's doing that just to get the armory so he can get his level 2 upgrades. He is going to be expanding over here, and again, this very, very tenuous, very insecure base. So I don't know. Wow, if I get my Mulus back here, I can probably take out all these supply depots. Does he get any medevacs? You got a lot of Marines. You might want to get some medevacs. But I'm not seeing any starport yet. But oh, what we do have here, the Nidus Worm's about to pop, and I did hear it. But I don't think I have anything. Oh, wait a minute. I have this watchtower, which is going to just allow me to see that this Nidus network is here. and see the banelings coming in. That is not a lot of Mutos. Unfortunately, the banelings can't shoot up, and here comes some more Mutos, but here come the banelings. And of course, silly me didn't think, hey, I have a baneling nest, I can make some banelings of my own. Instead, I'm just going to let him in. Oh, he's just going to throw him at that hatchery and that queen. He took out a queen, a hatchery, and a spine, but really, that wasn't my main hatchery, so I think he just completely threw away all those forces. Oh, and I did detonate most of those banelings. And where is that baneling going to go? I mean, I know he's got the +1. Oh, he's going to try to take out the spawning pool. I have some lings of my own to respond. I don't think he's going to get that, and I think I am going to take care of that Nidus network, so we're not going to have any more surprises like that coming. So, completely missed my... If he should have just taken it right into my mineral line. I would have lost all of these drones. There's nothing... Well, I guess I could have tried to burrow, but then he could just detonate on top of them. So all he did was take out my macro hatch, a queen, the queen for the macro hatch, and a spine crawler. And I'm going to counter that up with throwing up an expansion of my own, because Zerg, they love to expand. It looks like we got Mike expanding out here now, and we got Proxyy expanding here. It looks like their cannons are going to meet in the middle. So just kind of expanding around each other. That's kind of an interesting setup right there. No one really expanding on this side of the... Well, I guess we are expanding on this side of the map. We just haven't quite hit these center bases yet. And they haven't taken this one, which is actually, if there's no air, is actually probably a pretty good one to take, because you're not going to get a lot of ground attacks on there. And if you do, you can easily get pinchered off. Interesting place for some missile turrets, I have to say. That was a very interesting placement, and I think this base is going to be in a spot of trouble right now. Most of the SCBs did make it out with their lives, but this planetary probably has zero chance of survival, considering I don't see anybody coming to help. Those lings aren't going to help. We need those Marines. They are walking in the absolute wrong direction right now. And they're going to be a little bit late to save this planetary. And it goes down. So, a hatchery for a planetary, an eye for an eye, I guess, but that hatchery was just kind of a macro hatch for me. And I responded by just taking another hatch, but here come the Marines. Gonna be a little bit late. Most people, once they've killed everything in an area, aren't gonna leave their units just sitting there, per se. So, why he decided to respond hours after the attack occurred and finished is beyond me. But, oh, he's going to be a little bit in range. Oh, I got to pull these Mulas back, though. Pull back the Mulas. I got them selected. What are they doing? So, lost a little bit, way too much there, actually. But I'll take it out on this missile turret. Now, those Marines are going to try to respond. Not very high Mutalisk numbers right now. But... Ooh, I'm going to see that infestation pit, although it looks like he's already got the hive done, so this isn't going to do anything other than stop any infestor play, but it looks like those Marines are going to be enough just to kind of force me out. Wow, even getting double Spire, so he can get double upgrades. You do not see that often, because Spires are expensive and slow to build. And yeah, it looks like I was not able to pull back enough for those Marines not to be able to hit. So we're gonna just keep moving on. Whoa, and here comes some Marines for Cloud, or some Mutalisks for CloudyCloud, and that might be enough to force me off. Does he have any upgrades? If I could click on one, I keep clicking on the Terran buildings. Okay, no upgrades there. I do have +1, but I think he's got 8 to a weak 5. So yeah, I think it would be well advised if I pull out of there. Oh, that would be so tempting, but I'm being chased by Mutalisks. I can't afford to stop. How long he's going to follow me for. I think this is also, if we check my view right now, yeah, we can see this guy on the watchtower, but we do not yet see this base.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, we're going to find some Templars there. Whoop! Oh, really wish I could have taken down that Archon. I'm going to try. Oh, no, that Photon Cannon is going to force me away. Oh, and losing another Mutos. That's a mistake. Wow! That is a lot of Archons. Whoop, yeah, that's where we're going to see this base. Again, just a bunch of cannons. You know how expensive cannons are? Seriously? Oh, looks like my Mulos have met up with their Mulos buddy. Ooh, +2 now finished. we got to push out here from Spartan. He's got Stalkers, 1/1/1 upgrades, and Colossi. That's about it, but he's going to be going up against, what, Marine Archon? Maybe some Mutas. I guess some Lings too, but this force right here, all those units really do not like Colossi. And with the +1, plus they do double attacks, so the +1 actually counts double. But now that we know this is base here, there were some rocks there. We're going to bust those down, and we're going to start pulling into here. That is a lot of cannons, and actually this could just set this Colossus back to snipe on those. I'm not entirely sure why we're going to commit so many forces. And oh, we're going to get those Archons out there because, or Mutas out there, because Mutas do not like Archons. And here comes some Void Rays now for Mike, which I don't think the Archons can shoot him right now. So it looks like we are going to take down this base, and what do we got going here? It looks like Spartan's going to pinch him from this other side. So he's going to have a really hard time holding his expansions right now. We do have some Mutalisks here for CloudyCloud 1/1 moving out. What are my Mutalisks doing? Not much. Oh, but now they're going to get surrounded by these Marines. The Colossi are in a bad spot right now, and that was a terrible storm. He stormed in the middle of nowhere. I mean, yeah, you got a little bit of damage on these units, but man, look at all these units burning down. Even though his Colossi are in a terrible position right now, he's absolutely destroying this infantry. And here come the Banelings. But Banelings on Colossi are not exactly that cost effective, but he is going to take them all out and nothing else. But now they're meeting up with Mike's forces, and this expansion's got... Now that is a much better storm. Not really going to do all that much, but that was a much better storm. And oh, now I got some Mutos coming into my base, and I think I must have seen them coming because I got a bunch of spores coming up. But they're going to be too late to do any good, and all I've got here is a queen, and she's now dead. Yeah, and he's going to try to snipe all those, and I don't blame him. So my base is in a terrible position right now, but I'm going to burrow all my drones, get them out of the way, burrow all my Zerglings, so save what I can. And I guess maybe bring my Mutalisks back, but I think he's still got better. He's got way better numbers right now, and he's going to take out my Spire, so there are going to be no more Mutalisks coming. I will finish one Spore Crawler, but this many Mutalisks, not really going to be all that scared of a single Spore Crawler. Oh, don't lose my Overlords now. Do I have Overlord speed? Oh, looks like I do have Overlord speed. That's good. Couple of Stalkers, not going to do any good. And here come my Mutas. We got to whittle these down because I don't want to lose absolutely everything. Oh, that's how I knew those Mutalisks were coming, because they took out my expansion. But we need more air. Looks like I got some reinforcing Mutalisks that came out, or that I threw down before the Spire went down. And it looks like we have some skirmishes here in the middle of the map. But it seems like the more important battle is down here. And oh, and here come the Void Rays. And we all know about Void Rays, you know, about them being OP and all, and a mothership besides. Which they're going to focus that down because, well, frankly, they can't shoot anything else right now. And they're going to break through the shields. They're going to start doing a little damage to the hull. And oh, there goes the Vortex. And all the Mutalisks are going to be sucked inside. I'm not really sure what the purpose of that was, other than... Well, I guess it'll give the Mama Ship some time to regenerate a little bit of shields. And I guess there's some Void Rays caught in there too, so hopefully that will be the end of the Mutalisk threat. A little more damage done to the Mama Ship. The Mama Ships are beefy. They're meant to take a bit of damage. So finally ended that air threat. I don't know what I'm going to do right now. It looks like I'm going to counterattack because I figured, maybe they're taking this base again. Looks like Krussk has taken the base. Has not bothered to put another planetary down, however. So this is going to be easy picking for my Lings. Not the best upgrades for my Lings, but with this many, you really don't need it. What's going on here? Oh, looks like we have a small force from Spartan, but yeah, they're going to get cleaned up by a lot of Archons, mainly. Looks like I'm going to try to re-expand to this base again. We got a good force here. We got to be careful. There are Colossi there, but they're not all attacking. We need to get all the Colossi attacking. And another, not a good storm. That's not even really, there's not even a good enough army here to storm, but it looks like they might clean it up with the sheer force of the Archons. But, ooh, I don't know, actually. actually, they do clean this up. They didn't even manage to take out a single Colossi. That was impressive. I guess Archons just don't do that much damage to Colossi, and they were a little spread out, so the splash damage was nil. Oh, but we got some more pesky Mutalisks right now. And I've not really got anything to defend this still. Oh, he's going to snipe all my drones here, and well, we're going to take out a couple of pylons for Spartan, which I think he can afford right now. Meanwhile, I'm going to have a bunch of Lings in his base. He's going to get a complete surround on those Marines. Send my Mutalisks in, I guess, to do a little bit of damage. Here comes the Void Rays from Mike, because, wow, that is a lot of Void Rays. So we're going to have to worry about, we know who's going to come out on top on that one. And it doesn't look like CloudyCloud has anything right now. I mean, he's got money, but he doesn't seem to be producing anything. What do we got producing right now? Our opponents are producing nothing right now. Nothing. I mean, do they have money? I mean, they've got money. There's money here. There's money to be had. I guess Krussk is a bit broke because he kept losing his expansions. But his other buddies could do something. I mean, he's even now trying to get his orbital over there so he can actually get some money. Which is going to be... I guess that's what happens when you got a ton of Marines. You need expansions. Because, you know, you don't really need gas if you're going all Marines. And now the Void Ray Force for Mike is pushing out. They finished off those Mutalisks, and it looks like CloudyCloud is done now. And we still have some Archons here for Proxyy. I don't know why he chose to go mass Archons. Not really that good against Protoss, I don't think. I mean, great against Zerg, but there's only one Zerg, there's two Protoss. And CloudyCloud's gone, Krussk is gone, and all that's left is the... Oh, and then there goes Proxyy. So we managed to take that game, despite the fact that I had quite a bit of problem from that Zerg. First, a big Baneling hit that actually was one of the least surgical Baneling strikes I've ever seen, and destroyed almost nothing of serious consequence. With that number of Banelings, he could have done a ton of damage, and then a bunch of Mutalisks that I was just not prepared to deal with. But with the OP-ness of the Void Ray, we managed to pull this one out, so I hope you enjoyed it, and have a day.